Hello and welcome to Money Matters. As the year of the ox fades into the past, Zelichin consults with some Feng Shui forecasters to find out if the year of the tiger will roar or just meow for you. Whether the year of the tiger is a balm or another bomb, here are your fortunes foretold.
As we welcome the year of the tiger, everyone wants to know if the feline will be a friend or a foe to the fragrant harbor. Will 2022 change its stripes or be a copycat of last year?
So tiger is courageous, decisive, and confident. So tiger is the third animal in the 12-year cycle of the Chinese Zodiac. So tiger typically will bring vigor and perseverance.
Can the vigorous tiger scare away the big, bad COVID-19? Or will the coronavirus and its variants have more than 9 lives?
For the year of the tiger, the pandemic should be getting better in the second half of the year because the tiger is a yang wood, and wood is good for medicine, so better vaccines will be coming out.
Hang tight for another roller coaster ride of jabs, lockdowns, and quarantines, oh my. But never fear, the Hang Seng Index is here.
So actually you can see a lively star.
Wise beyond her years, Stella Liu, CLSA's Feng Shui Oracle, uses the 5 elements of nature to predict the HSI will go on a streak of tigers.
In the water tiger year, the lack of fire and metal means there is uncertainties and extreme ahead. So, however, the Hang Seng Index lucky elements are fire and wood. So wood abundance in the water tiger's chart will bode well for Hong Kong's market.
So it's like a shield.
To protect.
Jackie Chow is from a family of Feng Shui fortune tellers. The boy wonders spy some superstars in the stock market.
Wood-related and fire-related industry would be a lot stronger. So wood would be medicine and education related, and fire would be internet, energy, and electricity related.
The Feng Shui wizards don't see eye to eye of the tiger. The Wonder Woman says water will be better and leads a pack of elements.
So it's the year of the tiger, water tiger. So water is the star of the year. The water-related industries like trade, shipping, and travel, we believe this year will pick up. And especially the best period is the 2 months of the spring and also from mid-autumn through winter.
While some investors might put a tiger in the tank for metal element stocks, they'll still be the run to the litter in the new year.
So unfortunately, metal is entirely absent from the budget this year. So metal-related industries like financials and batteries will be pressured. But there is a period after summer, the metal-associated stocks might perform decently.
Does Feng Shui favor the SAR's most powerful Earth-related sector, property? Where in the concrete jungle will be a good place for the lion or tiger to sleep tonight and the rest of the year?
So in Hong Kong, like when we say northeast will be the best, the northeast like cyclone, that area will be good, and the north will be the new territory and also good. South will be the Hong Kong Island. It's followed by that. It's really good.
The middle part would be the worst luck. So you could avoid places like Happy Valley in the Hong Kong Island and Kowloon City in the Kowloon area.
The Whiz Kid predicts whether the fortune on this Catsway Bay Street is like a paper tiger or a leopard that changes its spots.
You see how this street is kind of busy at times, right?
Yes.
So
With a lot of traffic coming in.
So that means the business comes and goes quickly. So that's why you see a lot of restaurants are located in the street, because it's suitable for this type of business.
And what about the buildings? Do you look at these buildings? What do you think?
Yes. You would want something across from you actually, because that would mean you have competition, and that will bring you more motivation to do better.
Okay. So you don't want to be in a building that has a great view of like the ocean.
Yes.
Really? That's not a good.
No.
Oh, okay. I would think you'd pay more for something like that.
Maybe for your house, but not for business.
Jackie acts like a tiger mom and shows clients how to get their natural habitats ready for a successful game of cat and mouse in the new year.
Hi, hello.
Thank you.
Hello, Roger. How you been?
It's pretty well. Last year we've got a pretty promising business growth.
So what are you looking for next year?
Actually, we are looking for some sort of expansion.
Okay, so for the Year of the Tiger, the northeast corner is the best spot for a good business. So you could turn on a light in that corner to enhance the good luck.
Good. So like this,
Yes,
to start it up.
yes.
Okay, it's good.
So Roger, if you want more fame in the Year of the Tiger, so you could put a glass of water and 4 pieces of bamboo
4 pieces of bamboo.
in this corner.
Okay.
So for the Year of the Tiger, the worst spot is in the middle of the room.
Okay.
You can use golden decoration. So for better health, you can place metallic items in the sickness spot. For the Year of the Tiger, the southwest corner is a small sickness spot. So you can turn off any light
Okay.
and replace the red items with golden items
Okay.
for better health again.
In the new year, will your zodiac sign play nice with the tiger? Will the feline make us feel fine? Or will the big cat bite a chunk out of us? Ah! Will we catch the tiger by its tail? Or will we stare down the eye of the tiger?
The pig, goat, horse, and rabbit will have the best years and have their eyes firmly on the future. Unfortunately, the dragon and dog will have the worst years. They seem to have fallen into the water and need a life raft.
Ouch, they might need some tiger balm to soothe their wounds. As for the rest of the Beastie Boys, you better watch out. Because every breath you take, every move you make, the tiger will be watching you. And what's on the cards for the city's leader? More calamity, confinement, or comfort?
Carrie Lam is a yin wood herself, and the tiger is a yang wood, which is not a very good element for her. So she will have a very tough year, and her chance of being re-elected would be very low.
China's President Xi Jinping's sign is a slippery snake, so the stars are misaligned in the tiger year.
And the Year of the Snake is part of Tai Shui this year, so he will be very cautious doing things. Tai Shui is a star, and it's not a good star.
We all could use an extra bit of fairy dust this year. So we went to visit one of the masters at the flower market in Mongkok. Perhaps some tiger lilies will bring a glimmer of magic? These flowers are very beautiful, Mr. Lai. The pink matches my clothes. What kind of flower is this?
This is a metanilla. During the new year, it comes from overseas. Why do people like it so much? It represents good health, happiness, longevity, joy.
At this time, we really need to have good health. Mr. Lai, what does a peach blossom represent?
Typically, it's peach blossom fate. For those in business, it's more fortune if it opens well. Like in media, having peach blossom fate means good personal relations. A lot of people traditionally need to buy peach blossoms.
If you want to find a partner, a boyfriend, use peach blossom, right?
That's peach blossom fortune.
What about these chrysanthemums?
These are yellow chrysanthemum. Business people like yellow chrysanthemums. Because if you turn the words around, it means producing wealth. The market would produce wealth.
Mr. Lai, these orchids are very pretty.
Orchids are the best.
What does it symbolize?
Orchid is precious, very valuable. These flowers are called rich red, big purple is better. So each type of flower is a bit different. For the new year, get some flowers that last and are beautiful.
Now, with all these pearls of wisdom, avoid catastrophic cat-o'-nine-tails. And may you be like the Lion King and the Master of the Jungle. Or like the famous Tiger Woods and hit a hole in 1 or 2.
Restrictions on purchases of new energy vehicles in China will be gradually eased as the country continues its push for green consumption. Authorities said construction of infrastructure to charge and replace batteries, store energy, and refuel hydrogen cells will also be strengthened. Large Chinese cities such as Beijing, Guangzhou, and Tianjin imposed license plate quotas to limit the number of vehicles on roads and ease congestion, including NEVs. That limit will be eased for NEVs, but at the same time, authorities will cut subsidies by 30% this year and withdraw them altogether from next year. They said the NEV market was mature enough to grow without the government aid. China's Transport Ministry has summoned 4 cargo service platforms over operational irregularities. They include Kuolala and Didi Freight, the cargo division of Didi Shuxing. The ministry told them to correct the way they increased membership fees and engaged in price-cutting competition. The authority also issued reminders to 4 ride-hailing firms, including Didi and Meituan, to protect drivers' rights and ensure stable operations over the Lunar New Year holidays. China Evergrande Group is hiring more financial and legal advisors after a group of international creditors said it would take enforcement action if the developer does not resolve a debt default. Evergrande owes more than $300 billion, which includes nearly $20 billion in international bonds, all deemed to be in default after a run of missed payments. An offshore creditor group said it was ready to take all necessary actions to defend members' rights after what it said was Evergrande's lack of engagement. The group urged Evergrande to provide full transparency on its financial position and liabilities, and refrain from making any further asset disposals without consulting them.
Coming up on Money Matters, the latest tech wizardry at the most influential consumer electronics show in the world. Stay with us. Welcome back to Money Matters. COVID has not proven strong enough to pry consumers away from their precious tech. Whether it be the latest home appliances, smartphones, even spacecraft, the CES show in Las Vegas delivered as long as you wore a mask.
Antivirus rules briefly upstaged the world's biggest tech showcase, once known as the Consumer Electronics Show when it launched back in 1967. And now known as just the CES. The thousands of visitors that streamed through the doors were required to have had at least 2 shots of COVID vaccine. It was all to get a peek at the latest gadgets and innovations after a 1-year absence due to the pandemic. Despite concerns over the spread of the highly transmissible Omicron variant, members of the public were ready to explore and experience the displays with gusto.
It's definitely overwhelming. Also a great experience, just kind of walking around, just seeing the different technology around. So, especially for the future. So it's really cool.
You know, being vaccinated, boosted, I felt comfortable to be able to come to the show. It's been a long time. I think people are anxious just to kind of see the new trends and new technologies. Just being here live, meeting people. So that's a good feeling.
The new variant did discourage some. A few mega vendors withdrew from the event physically, but left their new tech on display. The spread of Omicron has also seen many reconsider their travel plans. With thousands of flight cancellations, the crowd numbers at CES were noticeably lower than previous years. Over recent weeks, a host of firms including Advanced Micro Devices, Procter & Gamble, Alphabet Inc.'s Google, Facebook parent Meta platforms dropped their in-person plans. All attendees in Las Vegas were required to be fully vaccinated and masked. COVID-19 test kits were also provided at the venue. General Motors was one of the large vendors that decided to stay away, but the car maker caught a lot of attention with its version of an all-electric pickup truck. Its EV Chevrolet Silverado was showcased and will go on sale in 2023. competing with rival Ford's electric F-150 and possibly Tesla's Cybertruck. Industry analysts say the intensifying competition in the electric pickup market means that battery-powered vehicles are moving into the mainstream after years in the luxury segment. Pickups are among the most popular vehicles in the U.S., amounting to 20% of the car market. Prices for this model will start at $100K plus.
The concept of an electric truck that costs upwards of $100,000, but the average new truck cost in the U.S. is $45,000 to $50,000, and a lot of people spend considerably more than that on their trucks. So it's really not that far-fetched, especially when you consider the advantages of an electric truck. The ability, for example, to drive it to a job site and not have to worry about having a generator. Things like that really could make these pretty practical solutions as well. But in the U.S., a lot of people love to flaunt their trucks, and I think it could be a really interesting application for them.
GM claims its work truck and a version for consumers that comes out in the fall of 2023 will be able to travel around 650 kilometers on a single charge. Will have the ability to power tools on the job site, tow trailers, and even power a house when the electricity goes out. Lower-range consumer versions will become available later, starting at just under $40,000. But remember this. It was only a few years ago the EV concept was considered for the bastion of combustion power, the American pickup. They'll be driving on roads in just a year. You didn't need to be a petrol head, or rather electro head, to enjoy the show's products. There were plenty of gadgets and gizmos too. A Japanese company promised to make the metaverse even more real with its new virtual reality gear. The company debuted its new virtual reality system at CES with high-resolution goggles and sensors that detect body movement to control a virtual avatar on the screen.
And I put on the body tracking system like this. So then hold the controller, like this. Then that's it. So the end customer can be dive into the VR metaverse by your body, full body.
There is also a head-mounted microphone that can be placed over the mouth, allowing private conversations in the metaverse. It even has a pad that can be placed on the back that gets hot or cold, depending on the virtual environment the user is walking through. For those who've been in lockdown since well before the pandemic and don't know what the metaverse is, it's a collection of connected multi-user virtual reality apps that allow people to build virtual environments and control avatars. A complete kit of Iwasa's setup will cost under $600 US. This number will set you back considerably more. Even though it's not for consumers, it's at the CES because, well, it's cool. It's the first time any space tech has come to the CES ever. The Dream Chaser looks like a miniature version of the decommissioned NASA space shuttle and was developed by Colorado-based Sierra Space, the spaceflight wing of defense contractor Sierra Nevada Corporation. This is no mock-up either. It has actually flown.
We had to design it so we could operate in space like a traditional spacecraft and also be able to land it on a runway. And we can land on a runway anywhere in the world. It only needs to be about 3,000 meters in length. So a runway where you could land an Airbus or a Boeing aircraft, we can land our space vehicle.
Before even launching its maiden space flight, scheduled for the end of 2022, the Dream Chaser is already under contract with NASA for 7 resupply missions to the International Space Station. The company designed its spacecraft to be launch vehicle agnostic, meaning they want to be able to launch it into space on any heavy lift launch vehicle in the world, such as those developed by United Launch Alliance, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, and Elon Musk's SpaceX. The company also has plans to build Jeff Bezos' next big idea, the low Earth orbit space station called Orbital Reef. It's designed to be the first totally commercial space habitat.
In addition to the cargo vehicle, we're currently developing a crew version of the vehicle that will be able to carry 6 astronauts to and from low Earth orbit to work both on the International Space Station, but also for a commercial destination that we're developing, and it's going to be a totally commercial space station that we own and operate and work with commercial businesses for realizing their commercial businesses in space.
With the billionaire space race heating up, the designers of the Dream Chaser are hoping their reusable space plane will provide greater appeal to those who want to launch a new era in the commercialization of space business, travel, and exploration. Four-legged rivalry or just canine curiosity. This dog won't be killed for his interest in Animal, a robot built in Switzerland. The robot dog can hike over the steep slopes of the Alps, overcoming the many obstacles of the rough terrain. The research by ETH Zurich effectively allows Animal to move quickly over rough terrain while remaining upright and stable, a new trait for robots. The robot dog is able to work out how to walk over any terrain by combining what its sensors can see with what it knows about its surroundings, just like people or animals. Until now, when a robot used perception, mostly they were just assuming that the map is always correct.
So if there's a step in front, the robot trusts the map and steps on it. But often when we go outdoors, this doesn't happen. Like when you go into the tall grass and those obstacles appear as kind of a obstacle, like steppable object for the robot. And then if the robot always trusts it, we cannot go into those areas. So in this paper, we kind of train the robot to be robust against these failures.
Animal's control system allows it to prioritize its sense of touch over its visual perception. The team put the ability to the test on a hiking route up Mount Etzel, which stands 1,098 meters above sea level.
The slope was quite steep. It was even hard sometimes for us. It was quite exhausting. But the robot could go over all of these obstacles and we didn't need to help the robot.
The skilled dogbot could be used to reach areas that are too dangerous or inaccessible to humans, according to its builders. The scientists hope the new skill could allow Animal to be deployed anywhere on Earth and even on space missions to other planets.
That's the show. Thanks for watching. Next time on Money Matters, what to expect from the crypto space in 2022. See you then. Good night.